Tone Deaf is the journey of a musical theater nerd, bringing musicals into the life of their musically challenged spouse. The reactions to the musicals are real and mostly unedited. This show is rated explicit for mature content and strong language. Now sit back, relax, and have a laugh. You're listening to Tone Deaf.
Welcome to Tone Deaf, a theater nerd's guide for their musically challenged spouse. I'm Kay, a musical theater nerd.
And I'm Warren. I'm musically challenged.
So thank you guys for your love and support in our last episode, and just your continuing love and support. This week is going to be kind of a new-ish show. So it'll be from 2001. This is Urinetown.
Pee-Peeville. Potty place.
So yes, it is spelled U-R-I-N-E, town. So it is a show about... Well, okay, so you'll see why it's called that, and a little bit of the backstory that I'll give you kind of explains why they chose this. But, this was written by Mark Holman and Greg Cottis. It was Greg Cottis. He was traveling Europe, and he encountered a pay toilet for the first time while he was there, which you don't run into those in the US very much, but you do in Europe, where, like, you have to stick in a quarter to go to the bathroom. And
is that just a way of taxing people extra, or does it serve an actual purpose?
It can serve purpose for, like, saving water and stuff, which is kind of the point here with this play.
I'm a pretty big rule follower for the most part, but then there's that little devil on my shoulder, the little rebellious side of my brain that sees something like that and goes, "Yeah, fuck you." Like, if I came across that, like, it'd be the moment I'd be looking down at this paid toilet, and the devil and angel would pop up on my shoulder, and the devil would be like, "Just piss on the seat. Like, show them what you mean. Just pee all over the toilet." It'd be like, "Here's what I think of your monetizing my need to relieve myself."
You're gonna love this show. So he started writing the show after dealing with that in Europe, and then Mark Holman joined him. And at first, no one wanted to produce this show.
Just because it was called Urinetown?
Yeah, and it's kind of like... It's a satire. It's a huge satire. And, it's risky.
It's a satire of something that is kind of niche. Like, outside of the... I guess in the sense of, like... If you're trying to produce it for an American audience, I can see why they'd be like, nobody's gonna get it.
Well, and they also, like, satirize capitalism and the legal system and musicals in general and being...
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like, so it's a satire of a lot of things.
It's broader satire.
Like, being, like, bureaucracy and populism.
It's a multi-layered satire.
It's a multi-layered satire, but the title would definitely, put...
I wonder if we pick that up. Latte just squeaked a toy in her crate, and I hope that we pick that up.
Ziggy the zebra is currently being eviscerated right now, so...
That was cute.
But so the experimental theater, it was the experimental theater called the Neo-Futurists, in Chicago.
That sounds scary. I'm sorry, just a little bit of a derailment, but if I heard this is brought to you by the Neo-Futurists, I would be like, I'm concerned, like, I have immediate red flags.
Well, like, they picked it up for their 1999 season, and then it fell through. And so then the Fringe Festival accepted it. And, they did pretty well there because, one of the playwrights, David Auburn, had showed up to see it because he was friends with the guys, and then he was like, "Holy smokes, Arica Group, come here, option this show." And so then they did, and it opened off Broadway. And then it went to Broadway September of 2001.
Oh, no.
It was supposed to
no.
open September 13th.
What happened in September of 2001 that could have thrown a wrench into any plans in New York?
So many shows got so negatively impacted too. Like, there were a lot of premature closures on Broadway because of, like, you have this horrible tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, I don't want to go to New York right now, or
Oh, yeah.
I want to be close to my family, I don't want to be doing this.
And people in New York aren't going out and doing stuff because it looks like a war zone right now.
Yeah, and so, like, this could have killed this show, but it didn't. In fact, it did open up September 20th of 2001.
Wow.
Yeah, so they opened up pretty quick, and they actually only had to change one line in the show to make it not too offensive for the immediate, we've just had this horrible thing happen that, like, one of the worst tragedies in America, probably the worst tragedy in America, happens, and New York takes not New York, but it's like this, but we need to still produce art because we can't let them win.
So did they have to change a line? Did they have fly a plane into a building line? Or?
No, I don't know what it was, because they never say what the line was that was removed. Yeah, I'm not sure what, because I'm even trying to sit here and go through the show, and I can't think of anything that could have been in there that might have been...
I just got my pilot's license.
Jesus. Like I said, though, this show, it actually didn't get too negatively impacted, and it did win some Tonys. It won Best Book of a Musical, Best Original Score, and Best Direction.
Best Book of a Musical?
Yeah, so
What's
like
that?
the script.
Okay.
So
nobody novelizes.
No.
A theater
Well,
show.
Some people probably do. There's probably a Starlight Express novelization.
Or is that a
there
fan
somewhere.
fiction at that point?
No, it would be a novelization. But though fan fiction does exist for every musical, so...
SK gives me this look of like, I have both read and written my share of it.
I've only written fanfic for technically 3 shows, but 2 of them were crossovers with Les Mis, so...
I was going to say Cats.
I read Cats fanfiction.
Okay.
I did not write Cats fanfiction.
Les Mis. What are the other 2?
I did a crossover of Seussical with Les Mis and Ragtime with Les Mis. Because...
Seussical and Les Mis?
I didn't say it was good. I was 14. Give me a break.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
We do a lot of foolish things in our teen years.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, this show did have a national tour, in 2003, and I want to say that that's when I saw it, was when it was the national tour.
Okay.
And then
Did you see it in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I think it was the Capitol. Yeah, it was the Capitol, because they had the Broadway in Utah down there. And then in 2004, that was when an Australian production was mounted. And then 2014 had the premiere in London. And then Brazil's is the latest of the more, I guess, high-profile premieres of this show, and that was in 2015.
Okay.
So it's still going strong. People are still doing it.
It's still flowing.
It's...
Jeez. They still have a very healthy stream.
God, there's going to be
theater-goers.
so many of these jokes. And that's not even the funniest part of this show. Like, it's fun because just the humor that they poke at, like, or not the humor, the jokes that they poke at bureaucracy and at both capitalism as well as, like, trying to usurp it but not doing a good job.
So it'll be a little bit...
Without giving too much away.
A little bit like Pippin after he tries to murder his father.
Oh my god.
Takes over and goes, this is hard, I don't want to do it.
Oh my god, except... Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, so... It's a show that the music is so happy, and that's a line in the show, is that the music is happy, because they are self-aware that this is a musical.
Okay.
They are very self-aware with it.
Do they break the fourth wall?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is fantastic. Mostly, your narrator, Officer Lockstock, and then little Sally.
Little Sally and Officer Lockstock.
Yes.
Is there Deputy Two Smoking Barrels? Oh god, Kay is giving me this big smile like, I don't want to say anything, but you've probably guessed at least mostly right.
I'm so excited. But, yeah, this is just a fun show. I did get to do a youth theater version of it, and it was really fun, and I got to sing the song It's a Privilege to Pee.
It's a privilege to pee.
I'm not gonna break a chunk off of that for you right now, because my vocal cords are a little shot. Because we've been doing marathon recording. So, yeah, just, I'm excited. And I was able to find a copy, and we're gonna go see it. And I'm not gonna say who the source was, because I don't want them to get in trouble for having it, but... Yeah.
So, the version that we're going to see, is it like a Broadway version, or is it one of the traveling cast versions? Are you allowed to say that?
It's a live version.
Okay.
It is a live theater version of this show.
All right.
The show about pee. So, yeah, I can't think of too much more to say unless you have any questions before we go.
I don't think I can ask any questions that would not be...
Spoilery?
Yeah,
Okay,
delve into
okay.
that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of, like, my full disclosure of what I know of Urinetown is I just, knowing you, because I know that you've played a couple songs in the car, I couldn't say what they are, and I do know that the overall plot of the show, just even before our jokes earlier, is that it's a town where people are charged to pee.
Yes.
And
they'll explain why.
Because water issues.
Yeah, they will explain the water issue that led to this need of restricting of peeing.
See, and maybe they'll cover it in the show, but I'm gonna say it now because otherwise I'm gonna bring it up later. Like, you really only need to flush with turds. So, go pee behind a tree or pee something, like, just pee in the dirt. Just pee in the dirt, man. Like, I would be such a rebel in that community. I'd be like, fuck your authority.
You would get sent to Urinetown.
Oh, Urinetown is not... Wait. Okay. Well, I guess things will be made clear, perhaps. I may have questions later, okay?
Hopefully it's clear if you're healthy.
What if it's a deep orange and it's very pungent and kind of burns your eyes?
Jesus, this is gross. I'm so sorry.
I feel like I need a golden shower after this conversation.
Allegedly.
Okay. All right. Enough of this nonsense.
All right, babe. Well, let's go take a brief intermission, and you can see why you don't want to be the bunny.
The bunny? But what happens to the bunny? Kay, what happens to the bunny?
Don't be the bunny.
Don't be the bunny. But... Bunny? Hey folks, Your wacky and wonderful Warren here with a quick shout out. Kay and I would like to thank our ticket holders for supporting our show, and a special shout out to our Playbill sponsor Jasmine Wu, and our crew member sponsor Bianucci for their generous monthly donations.
Warren and I greatly appreciate your support of our show. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We truly cherish your support.
Before we jump back into our show, let's take a quick break to hear from our friend Hillary over at History on Blast.
Hello, and welcome to History on Blast. I'm Hillary, and I'll be your host as we call out history. Every other week, we'll be putting a different person, place, time, or event on blast for the shit that they pulled. This ain't your grandpa's history podcast, so if this sounds like your cup of harbor tea, be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast catcher.
And now, the lights are going down and the music is starting back up, so let's hop into the second act of the show. Okay, Warren, what did you think? Was that a happy musical?
That was a knee slapper, and also a little bit of a stab in the heart. It was good, though. I am very glad that you have not told me really anything about this musical. Like, Kay is really good at not giving spoilers for some things. Like, even if, oh, well, tell me, and she'll just be like, no, we'll watch it. If you wanna know, we'll watch it. And I'm glad that she does that, because this show was not, well, like, it's funny because it's predictable in some parts, because they'll jokingly tell you, like, parts of the plot, but then there's things that you just don't see coming.
Yeah.
And
so spoilers will abound if you have not seen this show.
there's spoilers in all of our episodes. You should know this by now.
You should know this by now, but this show especially, because more so than any of the other shows we've done, this one is plot twisty.
It was good, though. Like,
It is.
I almost want to watch it again, or maybe I need to listen to it.
Oh, hell yeah, we can.
Because it's the issue with my multitasking when I'm trying to take notes and enjoy it. I definitely miss some things.
This show is up there on my list.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know I've heard you talk a lot of praise about it, so... And you're telling me something that I love you'd be willing to watch again? Oh, no!
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn.
Oh, shucks.
So, just for my random speculation, where would you put this show on, say, your top 10 list? And I assume your top 10 list, your number one is Godspell.
Yes. Though sometimes other shows try to vie for top spot, because it depends on my mood.
Okay.
Because, like, The Wiz and Once on This Island will sometimes fight for it, and this show would be hovering around the 5 and up area, I would say, because there's a lot of shows that vie, like, multiple shows will vie for that position at the same time, so...
Okay, that's fair, you know, it's kind of a churning tumult of shows that...
You're also asking a bi person to choose?
Yeah, okay, there you go.
That's impossible, sweetheart. Other than choosing you.
I was gonna say, you know we're married, right?
Yeah, other than choosing you, but like...
Remember, Kay, till death do us part. Wahaha.
Love you.
Love you. So, okay.
Jokes aside.
So, Urinetown. This was really good. We open up the show with what looks like a prison slum, and a man with a flashlight patrolling the scene. It's Officer Lockstock, who tells everyone about Public Amenity Number 9, where people are waiting hours in line to pee. Little Sally rushes up to expedite the exposition, but is shut down by Lockstock, who says, "Hold on to your horses, your urine will be all revealed." Damn it, hold on to your horses. Okay. We're just gonna pretend this last bit hasn't happened. We're starting the show now. So, harsh laws for peeing
exist within this place. Peeing in the bushes, harsh laws for peeing in the bushes are abound. Sally is saving her pennies so that she can go pee. The toilets are controlled by an evil corporation, the Urine Good Company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that name doesn't take a piss right out of you. After the intro song about how we're in Urinetown, a voice calls out and says, "Please get in line and have your money ready." Pennywise is arguing with a man who's a bit short and can't afford to pay the pee fee. Pennywise tells everyone that they all have bills to pay, and they can't pay them with promises. They pay them with cash. So, because... One second, sorry.
You're fine.
My eyes are a wee bit wiggly, so I need to... I feel like an old man. I gotta make the text on my laptop bigger.
You're fine. You're slowly getting my eyesight.
No! Oh, I don't want that. I already have shaky eyes. I don't need.
Yeah, you'll learn to echolocate.
Legally
fine.
legal blindness. Then I lost my spot. Okay. Pennywise, the pee boss, sings about the privilege to pee because they're in the 20th year of a drought and their water reserves are all dry. I'm not sure who is scarier, Pennywise the pee boss or Pennywise the murderous clown, because she looks super grimy and she's always got on like those thick rubber gloves that you see. Yeah, and they always I don't know. It's like she's got done cleaning a toilet, now she's gonna come over and harass you, and I'm just like, get your germy. I mean, Pennywise will kill and eat you.
Yeah.
But she'll just touch you with grody hands, like...
I don't know, I have such calorophobia that I still am more afraid of Pennywise the clown.
Well, see, if you kill a clown, they'll be like, it's self-defense. But if you killed a woman who looks like she cleans toilets for a living, they'll be like, that's murder.
Yeah.
You know, clowns are not people. So.
If I were to kill anyone, even in self-defense, it wouldn't be registered as self-defense, let's be real. It's sad.
Old Man Strong pees on the wall and shows Pennywise what he thinks of the law. Officers Lock, Stock, and Barrel show up to arrest Joseph, Old Man Strong, for publicly breaking the health law by peeing on the wall. Remember, kids, it's better to have your bladder rupture and kill you than to break an absurd law. Sorry about water.
Do you need me to hold your water?
No,
good?
because I'm a big boy.
Okay. All right, big boy.
We cut to the Urine Good Company and their evil boss meeting with the senator who is demanding his bribe money so he can leave town on vacation before the new pee fee raise passes the legislature. It's a powder keg out there and things are ready to blow unless someone relieves the tension of the situation. The big bad pee boss's daughter shows up to see her daddy and work with him at his evil company. The senator leaves after an awkward exchange with the owner about, "I want my money. Don't worry, you'll get your money once I get my law. Don't worry, you'll get your law once I get my money." Back and forth like that for a while.
Yep.
So up to this point, the show is really tongue-in-cheek in a lot of ways, and it's just like, yeah, I'm the standard bad guy, and I'm bribing all of the politicians, and I'm gonna get my way. And then you get the daughter who is just sweet, innocent ditzy, who's like, "Oh, Daddy, but the world and love." And he's like, Big Daddy P-Boss introduces his daughter to the rest of the Urine Good Company staff, and they sing about how they're not greedy, evil bastards who are squeezing every last drop from the poor folks of this town.
Literally.
From their wallet and pockets. Oh, trust me, if it sounds like his daughter says she's conflicted about what they're doing. Daddy P-Boss tells her he didn't pay for her expensive education for her to be unsure about manipulating and extorting the masses. Officer Lockstock bumps into little Sally, who's trying to get together some pee fee money for the morning rush. Little Sally sits on Lockstock's barrel and asks him some fourth wall breaking questions about the musical. I mean, Lockstock gives her the honest answer and she goes on her merry way. Officer Barrel and Lockstock joke and laugh about the screams of people who are exiled to Urinetown. The P-Boys in wet blue sing and joke about people they've busted peeing outside the boundaries of the law. So, So after, we don't learn her name is Hope yet. Spoiler, Hope, after she's talking with her dad, and he's disappointed in her for not being a shark. Oh wait, that was Legally Blonde. I love the stuff with Sally and Lockstock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're like the only two really fourth wall breaking characters.
Yeah.
And I love their interactions.
Oh, there's a Broadway charity event that has had those two characters sometimes doing scenes from other shows, like...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's pretty great. And, so the scene when they're talking about busting people for peeing outside the boundaries of the law, I missed some of that stuff. Was there one about a guy who was peeing in jars and hiding it?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see, there is, what was it? Something Cassidy went to a field behind a tree, thought there was no one who could see her pee, but me. And Jacob Rosenblum thought he was safe up in his room, didn't know the jars he kept up there would obligate a trip to Urinetown. And then...
Urinetown.
Yeah.
Oh, God, see, I need to listen to the show again, because I definitely missed some stuff.
know all the lyrics too much.
Because the music was great. The music is great in the show.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So the Creep P cops stop their discussion of crimes they've committed to creep on the Urine King's princess. They're really creepy. Let's see, they creep really hard on her, and for a moment, I worry this is taking a hard right turn. But the tension wow. I got fat tongue right now. But the tension is alleviated when Strong Bobby shows up to put an end to the creepy team's late-night pee patrol. The peace officers threaten Strong Bobby with ending up like his father. What did happen to my father? Bobby says. The officers walk off, and Strong Bobby is left alone with Hope Cladwell, the daughter of the CEO. He doesn't know that yet. But, I stretched really hard to try and get as many pee jokes in here as possible.
I noticed.
And in reading them out loud, I'm like, I need to ease back a little bit. So...
it's better to let it out than hold it in.
Okay. Back on track. The two of them sing a very body horror-inducing song. This is Hope and Bobby. They sing a very, very body horror-inducing song in which they talk about love and dreams and the future and meshing the fibers of their muscles together and expanding the chambers of their heart, aligning the valves and the arteries and veins and making this horrible image in my mind. Kinda kills the mood, this wet and wild world. They share a kiss, and after having their hearts join, and then introduce themselves to each other. He
is not joking about the lyrics.
Yeah, I'm not joking about the lyrics. That's one of the great things about this show is the lyrics are so absurd.
Like, yeah, it was, someday I'll meet someone whose heart joins with mine. Aortas and arteries all intertwine. They beat so much stronger than they do apart. Each chamber of muscle to hustle the love in our hearts.
Yes. God, I love you.
This is the type of lyrics that we're dealing with this show. It's beautiful.
I miss so many of them just because of the way I hear. It's the reason I need subtitles when we can.
Yeah.
And I know you tried.
Yes.
But I miss so much. I gotta listen to it again because there was so much good stuff in there that I was struggling to keep up with.
Of course you have a heart, because then you'd be dead.
Yes, everyone has a heart. Everyone? Oh, of course. Or otherwise you'd be dead. Okay. Okay, after the two have their kiss and then finally introduce themselves to one another, they part ways agreeing to seeing each other again. Sorry, I hit my mouse.
I think it's down. Yep.
I made it bigger so I could read it, and then I lose my spot. Okay, there we are. Okay. Little Sally breaks the fourth wall with Officer Lockstock again as they talk about the plot and the pacing of the show, and make the reveal that there is no Urinetown, they just kill people. But that can't be revealed yet. The tension has to build up and climax in a euphoric release of emotion and relieve that mysterious tension in the plot. The You're a Good Company Number 2 man addresses the masses about the P-fee increase and accidentally discloses how fucking crooked they are. But everyone is dumb and doesn't realize. Strong Bobby shows up and challenges the status quo, and Pennywise tells him to get his head out of the sky. And Bobby tells her and everyone else, "Look at the sky! There's a big heart in it!" And that is the gist of this really weird song. So, Kay, I'm sure, could do some lyrics. I won't fucking attempt it, because it would be...
Look at the sky, there's a great big heart there. There's a heart in the sky, there just is. Don't ask why, it's the sky.
Don't ask why, it's the sky. God. And I love the music in this is so good. Like, the way they perform it is... Like, the music itself is really good. The lyrics are just wonky and
wonderful.
And wonderful. But the music is really good. Like, I need to listen to the soundtrack again. Okay. Look at the sky. There's a big heart in it. He also makes some joke about a huge blood-pumping organ that makes decisions for him. That's right, the heart. Pennywise freaks out about the upset of the norm and rushes off to her P-Masters. The senator takes his bribe money from Big Daddy P-Boss and P-Rincess, and with Daddy, the princess is with Daddy when the P-Lease enter.
Oh my god.
And tell him, okay, that's right, I was gonna leave off of these, I did way too many of these. And tells him that the people in District 9 are revolting and peeing indiscriminately everywhere. But I am going to still call him P-Boss, because fuck this guy. P-Boss and others sing a moral lesson to Hope about not being a bunny, not being a dolt. Don't be the bunny, be the bastard. And the thing that makes me laugh about this show is that there's no... I feel like there's no common sense, it's just extremes.
Yes.
Which makes it extra funny because the business guy is the most corrupt, evil, super bad version of capitalism. Mm-hmm. And the free P-men, are the most extreme in the terms of, like, no concept of conservation, and so it drives me nuts just a little bit. But I am really enjoying this show.
Mm-hmm.
Bribe money. The authorities step in and attempt to snuff out the Free Peers' revolt. Strong Bobby and his Free P-men sing a Les Mis-style song about how they will fight for the right to pee. Big Daddy P-Boss sings about why they need to be so obnoxiously evil and corrupt. For tomorrow. Think about tomorrow. Bobby, Hope, and Bobby. Good job there, Warren. Hope and Bobby have a strong song about how Hope can't fight her dad, and Bobby can't not fight against him. The tensions reach a critical point at this part, and the scene is about to rupture and burst, spilling the emotion out into the audience. Bobby takes Hope hostage, and the mob really hammers the Les Mis comparison with a flag and marching. The officers get ready to arrest Bobby, but he strobe lights out of the way, and the scene goes insane for about 30 seconds, with people spasm dancing, the lights flashing, and just general non-necessariness. Lockstock explains the situation, and then fades to black for the end of the first act, only to greet us again and welcome us back.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that part where the Free Peers are fleeing from the cops and everything goes wacky? Is that in every show?
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
So it's just sort of like putting in some chaos there for them to escape, and then it's the slow motion running with the...
Where they do that strobe light flash, so it
Yes.
looks like you're just moving slow.
Yes.
And the colors are weird, and
Mm-hmm.
just that, more than I think anything else in the show, threw me off.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that its whole purpose?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, it's kind of... They make fun of a lot of theater conventions, like in a bit later in the show,
Okay.
that I had pointed out to you, going, oh my god, this reminds me of when I used to do shows in elementary school.
You'll have to remind me of that again, because I was
Yeah.
struggling between trying to pay attention and type. Okay. After the acid scene, I don't know, I'm gonna call that a dehydration scene. If people are hallucinating, they're dehydrating. Good news! Hope is alive, but she's in the hands of a mob of people who hate her father. P. Daddy sings about how he won't waver on his stance, and he wants his daughter found. Everyone sings about what Urinetown means. It's a tool, an instrument to control people, a lie to preoccupy the poor till the day they die. What's Urinetown? It's your town if you're hopeless, down and out. I actually really liked that song.
Yeah.
Like, all the freaking music in the show is so good. Okay.
It's more of a metaphysical place.
I love that later. What did you mean by metaphysical? The angry P-mob is bloodthirsty and, like, goes insane with their desire to kill Hope. Like, holy fuck. This entire song is about killing her, and the mob has gang snapping. Yeah, that's right, it was like this.
Yeah, it was rhythmic.
Yeah.
It was more rhythmic than West Side Story.
They even attempt to murder her with the ancient Chinese torture method, death by 1,000 snaps. The mob, because they like a whole bunch of people get their hands up to her ears and like all around her and are just snapping, and I'm like, man, that would drive me nuts. Death of 1,000 snaps. The mob is getting ready to kill her when strong Bobby slides into the rescue and ceases the pre-slaughter. Bobby's mob mommy tells them that Hope is their security blanket, which is why they can't kill her. Bobby tries to talk the mob down from their bloodlust, but decides to sing it instead. Freedom, run away! Run, freedom! Freedom, run away! The Church of the P Freedom is established with Prophet Strong Bobby, leading the congregation in a hymn about their soon-to-be runaway freedom, methinks. So, I'm not joking there either. Well, a little bit. They don't establish a church, but they're
It's a gospel number.
Yeah, about freedom, and I love the way they sing it, because the way that they sing run, freedom, run away, like, I really like how they imply that their freedom gets a little bit run away with them later.
Yes.
Like, to tragic extent. So I thought it was very clever of the songwriter. I don't know if that was their intent or not, or if I'm reading into it.
I'm not sure, because it might have been, because they're pretty damn clever with their...
I thought so, because to me it seemed very obvious that they were trying to say freedom, run away. Like, run away freedom. Like, it's like, yeah, kind of thing. Like, there's no rules, there's no boundaries, so everything's just chaos.
Yeah.
Okay. We're at the Church of the Free Peers. And they're singing about freedom running away. Will it run away? Only time will tell. Pennywise shows up to tell Prophet Strong Bobby that Big Daddy P-Boss wants a meeting with him. Bobby and Hope have a hostage-to-hostage takeover conversation. Wait, sorry. Have a hostage-to-hostage taker conversation. I was trying to do a joke on Heart to Heart. It was bad. Have a conversation while the scene changes behind them to the You're a Good Company office. Bobby gives Hope some time to herself, still tied to the chair, and she sings a bit before being carried off by 5 men who look, rapey. Prophet Strong Bobby goes to meet with Big...
No. We need to, say how you spelled that.
I spelled it in a way that I will read it when I am reading it.
No,
I spelled
you spelled it as a P joke.
I did spell it as a P joke, but I thought you were joking the fact I wrote Ray, like R-A-Y.
No, you spelled it like a goddamn P joke.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
All of these are P jokes. Anything
Jesus
with P
fucking Christ.
in the word, I wrote it as a P joke, and it is definitely too much. So, in hindsight, too much of a good thing is bad. Warren has learned something. P humor needs to be rationed out.
Much like water.
You can't store it up to the bursting, because then you just have too much of it. So, Prophet Strong Bobby goes to meet with Big Daddy P-Boss and be tempted by a pile of cash. Bobby says no, and is subsequently taken by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, who are going to deposit him into Urinetown, which is totally not a metaphor for murder. Pennywise, Hope, and Bobby... Let's see, Pennywise, Hope, and Bobby, and P-Patrol... Okay. Pennywise, Hope, and Bobby, and the P-Patrol sing while the heavy, heavy realization has finally been revealed. Urinetown is not a place. It's something far more sinister. It's murder. They just throw you off the building, then scrape up your corpse.
Yep.
Which is what they do to Bobby. And I did not see it coming. And I was very sad for Bobby. But the show must go on, and...
Mm-hmm. P-Patrol sounds like a very adult, like, niche adult film version of Paw Patrol, and I'm not happy about this.
I raise you one even more obscure. P-Patrol is going to kick in through that door any moment because they listen to podcasts, and they go around to indie podcasters, and they're like, "You're hitting your P's too hard on your recordings," and then they arrest you. And then they
Your
beat you.
plosives are bad.
Your plosives. That's exactly right. That's what they do.
God damn it.
So, after the P-Patrol's murder of Bobby, yes, Prophet Strong Bobby has been martyred, and Little Sally is the bearer of bad news to the angry mob, who are now the melancholy mob. Little Sally sings Bobby's last words to Hope and the rest of the people. And you're going to have to help me with this because I could not tell what was going on.
So Sally would be singing the last words, and then Bobby shows up in sort of a flashback in his flattened against the ground.
Yeah, like his dying words as he's laying on the ground, dying after being thrown off a building.
She has this moment of, our love is soft and gentle and refined. It's docile and benign. A pickle in the brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant.
Oh, God. The lyrics of the show. Like, it's... Man, for how silly the songs are, the subject material is, like, disproportionately harsh.
Yeah.
And it creates this odd dynamic, because it's like, it's hilarious, and you're like, oh God, they killed a person that I liked. And
they killed one of the main characters.
Yeah, they killed one of the main characters. The melancholy mob becomes the murderous mob once again, and prepare to drink the blood of Hope. Pennywise steps in and reveals that totally foreseeable twist, that Hope is her daughter. And she is her mother.
Are you okay? Do you need some water? Yes! Jesus Christ.
So, my own vocal cords tried to murder me just now, and I think it's a sign from podcast God that I've put too many pee jokes into this, and I apologize to God and our listeners. Thank you for sticking with us. Okay. The melancholy mob has become the murderous mob once again and prepares to drink the blood of... drink the blood of Hope. Pennywise steps in and reveals the totally foreseeable twist that Hope is her daughter, and she is her mother. Hope breaks free of her bonds in a display of superhuman strength and proclaims her right to lead the rebellion against her father. They proceed to murder everyone, starting with Officer Barrel, Forgettable Bad Woman, and the senator who spills... And the senator. They spill their red ribbon blood all over the stage.
I was calling for the Forgettable Bad Woman, Cindy Lou Who, because of her hair.
Her hair, she had like this pretzel braid, and it looked like something out of a live-action Dr. Seuss cartoon that has the Who's. I thought it was like, holy crap, the townspeople in this are bloodthirsty.
Yes.
Like, as soon as they decide, oh, we're gonna pee whenever we want, they're like, kill! Like, it is crazy how hard they go into, like, just murderous mob territory. It was, because at first I was like, oh, these poor beaten down people, and then I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, holy shit. I'm not rooting for you guys anymore.
Nonsense still has a higher body count, though.
Hope storms the You're a Good Company headquarters with her followers, and they seize control of her father and proceed to hurl him off a building to join Bobby in Urinetown. But not before he justifies his shady practices. Hope seizes control of her father's business and renames it the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority. So it made me laugh when they're getting ready to kill her father, because he's just like, oh, you don't understand. Everything I did was totally justified because there are things more important than love, like food and shelter and clean water, and they're like, and money. He's like, yeah, it wasn't just money. It was lots of money.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And it's one of those, it's the thing I hate about the super evil capitalist character. It's like, in this situation, if you're in this world where water is so scarce, you have to regulate peeing, and like you see the ground, it's just cracked and super dried out, and it's like, well, if you're gouged, like, I'm like, dude, you brought this upon yourself. You're already wealthy, and you're gouging these people who don't have enough money to pee. It's like, anyway, okay. It's just a show, Warren, and you like the show. Calm down. So they renamed the You're a Good Company, the Urine Good Company, the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority, which is a shared trust now. Officer Lockstock gives little Sally the reality of the show, revealing to her that he has nothing to fear from the bloodthirsty townsfolk, because he's the narrator, and if they spill his blood, they'll be trapped in this musical forever.
I love that line.
Well, he doesn't quite say that, but yeah, he's like, if they ever want the show to end, they need me. I'm the narrator.
It will be so fun when we do End of the Woods.
Oh, yeah?
Because that kind of is a reference.
That's kind of great. It turns out Hope is an idiot who has no concept of nonprofit or sound business practices and proceeds to drive the company and the town into the ground, and the mob sends her to Urinetown in an off-screen and unspecified method. Everyone dies. The end.
Yep.
Well, the Urinetown folk resurrect for a closing number, and it's bizarre. P-zombie nightmare, if I do say so myself.
They have the curtain call.
To which Kay responds, theater people.
Well, so the theater people was because of the after curtain call mess.
Okay, so yeah, the curtain call. Because everybody dies, and then everybody pops up and they do the curtain call, and it's, the bowing and the dancing and the thanking of everyone. Mm-hmm. And then they go crazy.
Yeah.
Then they go crazy, and...
As theater people do.
As theater people do. It was like that scene that I was griping about that had the strobe light effect, but bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was a little bit more okay with it because it was the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
wasn't in the show.
I'm like, they're all in hell anyway. Like, they just resurrected, and they're, this is their hell. Well, it's okay.
And what I love, though, in that final scene, so they have the song I See a River, and they're showing everyone's leading off Hope on that stairway that they use as a set piece a lot.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, two sets of two pairs of the cast members come out with these blue sheets to simulate water by waving them up and down and stuff. And when I was doing theater as a young child, that was how we did water. Was you'd have two people on either, like, across from each other with the sheets of blue fabric, waving it like waves of water, and if you wanted to make it deeper, you'd turn it onto the side, and oh my god, it just... They didn't have to go so hard, but they did.
It was pretty.
It was so fun.
This show was very enjoyable. It was just so bizarre and funny, and actually, it was funny. It actually made me care.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you know, when you enjoy the shows, because I'm like, oh, you go, Bobby. Like, you make your dream happen. And then he gets thrown off a building. You're like, oh, shit, Bobby. So sucks to be you. I didn't see that coming. And then, of course, the heroes triumph, and then they proceed to drive themselves into the ground and all die of dehydration.
Yeah.
And I loved one of the scenes at the end where it was talking about how Sally didn't have any concern with actually running the business. She just wanted the adoration.
Yeah.
Oh, Hope, sorry. Sally says that about Hope. She just wanted the adoration of her followers while she could have it.
Yeah.
I love at the end, she's like, I need it. This woman's dying of dehydration.
Bobby's mom.
Bobby's mom. I need a glass of water. And she's like, oh, but don't you see? You have the glass of water. It was inside you all along. And like, just...
Don't you know what you are? A river? That's right, we all are.
It just made me laugh, just how... Everything was, like, pumped to 10 in a lot of ways. Like,
yes.
And that people were very one-dimensional for the most part, which I thought was funny. So, you know, the evil crooked guy is just all evil and crooked, doesn't even care about his daughter.
Yeah.
When she's been taken. The all dreamful guy is just straight up all dreamful, doesn't really have a plan necessarily. And it just makes me laugh how everybody is just one-dimensional and full on that one emotion, that one thing.
Yes.
And it just cascades in a massive shitstorm, or urine storm. And everybody fucking dies.
Yeah.
Like, the parallels it makes to Les Mis make me laugh, too. Because now I'm thinking about the Les Mis-ness of it.
Yeah.
And I love the songs that they have, like, when they're very inspirational, like, we won't take... Okay, how does it go in Les Mis? The not the bar song, but, like, right before they all die, but they're like, the blood of angry men.
Oh, red, the blood of angry men, black, the dark of ages past.
Yeah, it had like that kind of... that feel to it kind of thing, that one of those songs where they're just like, it's our song and we're gonna win and da-da-da-da-da.
What's bad is that because of a Tumblr post, I had to think what the tune was for that, because there's a Tumblr post that compares that song with another song that shall not be named. And...
Papa, can you hear me?
But yeah, no, this show's fun because it's taking theater and politics and bureaucracy and corruption and everything to its extreme.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
It is great. It is hilarious. I recommend definitely people check it out if you're able to.
Yeah.
It was very enjoyable.
Oh, it's a fun show. The soundtrack is available for sure in a lot of places. This is a show that I would love to see them do as a proper film.
That would be great.
Because even if it's just, like, filming a production of the show, which we've seen with, like, Nonsense and Rent, but if they were to do a proper live-action movie as well, that would be so fun.
Because it's not like a sung-through musical in the different locales, I feel like you could do a movie.
You absolutely
Well, I mean,
could.
a musical movie, of course, but you could do it as a typical movie, and I think it would probably mesh really well.
Yeah, and this is one of those shows that it's like, I wish more people knew about it, because it's funny. It's funny as hell.
It is funny as hell. Like, oh, man, it does not... It's funny, because it both takes itself serious and doesn't take itself serious.
It teeters on that edge just enough to make it a good show.
Yeah.
Because if it went too far one way or the other, it wouldn't have...
The balance on it is really good.
Mm-hmm. It is. I've only seen it done here in Utah a couple of times, not counting the tour or the time when I did it with a youth theater group, and I was Pennywise in that one. And it was a shortened version of it because it wasn't necessarily licensed. I hear him outside the door too.
Steven is upset that we are recording our show without him. He's like, I thought I was the fourth guest. I thought that was the
You
fourth
were late,
co-host.
dude. You
Sorry,
were
Steven.
late.
I don't know if the mic's picking up, but he's just out there with his little meow.
Yeah, in fact, this show, we weren't doing our podcast yet, and I was so sad that we weren't, because Riverton Council was putting it on, and I was just like, no!
I remember you talking about that.
scheduling!
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. We're like, oh, well, it's like,
Oh, crap.
We'll see it eventually. And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, but
It was here! It was right there!
yeah.
Which has happened with a couple of shows, like, I've dropped the ball with a couple of other ones, so darn it.
It's
We'll have to
okay.
catch it another time.
I love and forgive you.
Why, thank you. Because sometimes we just need love, and our hearts are intertwined. Our aortas and arteries and tissues and muscles and...
I don't love you
God,
anymore.
that was creepy. Oh.
Well, why do you... I mean, you already have my heart. You have, like, this one giant heart inside your chest. That's why your sternum is kind of
Yeah,
bowed.
we've got the bird sternum.
Because remember, black hole where my heart should be,
Mhm.
you have extra big heart.
Extra big heart with the extra big bird sternum that you can just tap on. And it's like, ow. I need to stop that.
Stop hitting yourself.
So, our next show that we're going to do, remember how when I said that You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown was the first in a series of shows, and I then was like, oh, and we'll see Snoopy in the next set of 10. And we didn't. We're seeing Snoopy next.
And this is an actual licensed one, right? This
Yes.
isn't... Okay,
This is
isn't...
not Dog Meets God.
Okay.
Dog Meets God is very different and not a musical.
Oh, it's not?
It's not. It is a straight play. But Snoopy is a musical. In fact, it's called Snoopy, 3 exclamation points. The musical.
Snoopy!
Yes.
The musical.
And so, yeah, it'll pretty much be a little more of the same as You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, but I like it better.
Okay.
So, but I also like Snoopy more than any of the other characters. So.
Hey, you know what? After some of the shows we've seen, I think I'll be able to watch a Charlie Brown musical and go, thank God this is not Grease, and thank God this is not...
Thank God this isn't Spider-Man.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And, I think I was probably too hard on the other Snoopy one, so the other Charlie Brown one, so we'll see how I am on Snoopy.
I mean, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown is definitely... Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how you like this. I like it, but that's just me. And I forgive shows a little bit more. Unless it's a show that I'm really mad at, and then I go, fuck you. Fuck you, Bono. Fuck you, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Fuck you, Spider-Man. I never thought I would say that. Okay.
It's okay. We'll go watch Spider-Verse after this or something to clean out the palette.
I wish I had a PlayStation 4, because there's a pretty good Spider game that came out for that a while back.
Oh,
that's alright.
It's okay. We'll get one eventually.
Curse you, exclusive.
Alright, so thank you guys for listening and for sticking through all the pee puns. And...
Yeah, I really apologized for that. I overdid it, and I didn't stop myself soon enough, and then I forgot that I said I would stop myself. I was just concentrated trying to read my script, and I was like, oh God, that's right, I promised people I wouldn't subject them to all of these pee puns, these terrible, terrible pee puns.
It's okay.
But that show was a lot of fun, and I hope it was fun to listen to, because I had fun watching and recording, so...
Yeah, we have fun doing this, so... if you guys want to get a hold of us, you can catch us on Twitter at Tone Deaf Musical, Facebook at Tone Deaf Musical, our Gmail is tonedeafmusical@gmail.com. For our patrons, you can get that through Tone Deaf Musical on Patreon. And yeah, like, we love you guys, and we're glad that we've got y'all around and that you keep coming back week after week, because we love you. And,
yeah, and unlike the denizens of Urinetown, we don't charge you to enjoy our content. So Warren, would greatly appreciate if you could go give us a 5-star review on a place where you give reviews for podcasts. Wherever you downloaded this, if you can give a review there, please give it a review.
Thank you.
That'd be very, very helpful. We'd very, very much appreciate it.
Yeah, and if you want to interact with us and some more awesome podcasters, I would highly recommend joining the Podcast Junkie Discord.
Yes!
It is on the episode description, as well as I've been posting it on Twitter. It's a great place. We've got a bunch of shows on there that are really great. There's Pomegranates and Pitchforks. Private Island presents Up All Night.
Woo!
Ninth World Journal.
Yes!
We've got Two Guys, One Cone. Oz9.
Yes!
Podcast Junkie.
Woo!
Good Morning Guys.
Woo!
Three Spook Girls. Friday the 13th. All sorts of awesome shows.
They all need shout-outs.
They all do.
They're all great, and it's a great community, and it's, even though I'm not as active as Kay is, I've been having a lot of fun, and it's been really cool. It's full of really cool people. Even if you're not a content creator, if you're just a content enjoyer, come and find a bunch of great podcasts you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, it's just a great place, and I can't recommend it enough. Like, if I could stand on the top of the courthouse downtown and shout, "Join Podcast Junkie!" and not get arrested, that would be great.
Oh, you're so cute. You think they'd just shoot you, and then
would.
they'd be like, she was obviously on drugs.
Yeah, they
This
would.
is an open and shut case.
Yeah. I need to stay indoors longer, maybe. I don't know.
And then I'd go on a Taken-style rampage.
Yeah, we don't want that, so...
You killed my wife. I will find you, and I will kill you.
That got dark. But
Well, it is nighttime now.
this is true, it is nighttime. It's almost bedtime.
It's the natural progression of things. Like, some episodes will be brighter like the day. Other episodes will be darker like the night. It's just the natural cycle. Yin and yang, Kay. Yin and yang. Because we're all intertwined. We're all together flowing down this urine stream called life.
Thank you all for listening. That's it for this week. I'm Kay.
And I'm Warren.
This has been Tone Deaf.